Introduction to money. Money is the medium of exchange. Money is any commodity which can be used as a medium of exchange that is accepted for the purchase of goods and services. Characteristics or features of money. Durability. Money such as banknotes and coins should be fairly long lasting yet easily replaced if it becomes worn. Coins are highly durable and modern day banknotes are made from polymer rather than paper. Acceptability. Money is widely recognized and accepted as a medium of payment for goods and services. Other forms of money might also be accepted, such as tourists using US dollars. Gold is universally accepted as a form of money. Divisibility. As money is a measure of the value of goods or services, it must be divisible. Many economists and historians believe that cattle are the oldest form of money, which cows being used for trade. Uniformity. For money to be easily recognizable, there must be uniformity within a country. This means all 50-pound banknotes will look virtually identical in terms of shape, size, and design. Cows come in many sizes and shapes and each has a different value. Cows are not a very uniform form of money. Scarcity. Money must be limited in supply in order for it to keep its value. Salt has been used as money in the past, although the high level of supply lost much of its value as a medium of exchange. By contrast, silver and gold are better forms of money due to their scarcity. The supply of money, including banknotes and coins, is regulated by the country's central bank so that the money retains its value over time. Portability. Money must be conveniently portable. For example, the approximate weight of a banknote, regardless of its denomination, is just 1 gram. Function of money. There are 4 functions of money. Money acts as a medium of exchange. For something to be considered as money, it must function as a way to trade with goods and services, as it is considered and accepted as a means of payment for goods and services. Money is a measure of value. Money is a unit of account as it measures the market value of different goods and services. It is used to express the price of different goods and services in currency. For instance, PS5 is for £50. Here the value of PS5 is for £50. Money is storable. Money can be stored and used at a later date in the future. This means that money must be able to hold its purchasing power over time. Money is a standard for deferred payment. Money is used as the standard for future or deferred payments. For example, loans taken out today are repaid in money at sometimes in the future. Nowadays, US dollar and euro have been widely accepted standards for settling international loans. Barter system. In the absence of money, people have to use a barter system in order to trade goods and services. Bartering is the act of exchanging one item with the other through a process of bargaining and negotiation. For example, someone might trade a bag of apples for one chicken. Problems with barter system. Double coincidence of wants. The key problem with the barter system is the need for a double coincidence of wants. If Jones wants apple but has chickens to trade with, he must find a trader who wants apple in exchange for their chickens. As two people engaged in a trade must both want what the other person is offering. Bartering is highly inefficient. Divisibility. A second problem with bartering is that of divisibility. Half of a chicken cannot be given for 1 kg of apple. Jones will have to replace full chicken with the apple. Portability. It will be very difficult to carry chicken for the replacement with the apple. You may compare the portability of it with that of paper money or coins. Problems with the barter system meant that countries around the world eventually developed the use of valuable items like gold, silver, and eventually money. Functions of central banks. The central bank of a country manages the supply and demand of money and banking system. Examples of central banks are the European Central Bank in Europe and the Bank of England in England. These banks are responsible for overseeing the nation's entire money supply and the manipulation of interest rates to affect the economy. Four key functions of central bank: the sole issuer of banknotes and coins. In almost every country, central bank has the sole right to issue currency like banknotes and coins. This helps to bring uniformity to and improves public confidence in the country's monetary system. The Bank of Government. Central bank operates as a banker to the government, performing the same function as a commercial bank does for its customers. Hence, as the government's bank, it maintains the bank accounts of the central government, such as receiving deposits from government, making short-term loans to the government, and making payments for items of government expenditure. The central bank also manages public sector debt and represents the government in the international financial market, such as foreign exchange. The Bank of Banks. Central bank acts as the bank for other banks in the country. This function includes overseeing the cash reserves of commercial banks. This means that all banks in the country must have their accounts with the central bank, enabling the central bank easily to manage the claims made by commercial banks against each other. For example, payment made by ABC Bank's customer writing a check to another customer having account in XYZ Bank. This transaction goes through the central bank's clearing system, as commercial banks cannot deal with each other's accounts directly. Lender of last resort. Given that the authorities require all commercial banks to keep a certain percentage of their cash balances as deposit with the central bank, these cash reserves can be used by the country's banking system during financial emergencies. For example, if a certain commercial bank faces temporary financial difficulties, it can seek financial assistance from the central bank. This helps to ensure the bank does not collapse and thus safeguards the nation's banking system and economic welfare. Stock exchange. A stock exchange is an institutional marketplace for trading the shares of public limited companies. It provides a platform for individuals, organizations, and governments to buy and sell shares. Examples of stock exchange are the New York Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange, and Shanghai Stock Exchange, etc. Functions of a stock exchange. Raising share capital for businesses. As a marketplace for buying shares, the stock exchange provides public limited companies with the facility to raise huge amounts of finance for business growth and expansion. This is done by selling shares in the company to the general public, facilitating company growth. In addition to issue shares and raise capital, existing companies can choose to sell additional shares to raise funds to finance their growth. This process is called issuance of shares. For example, ABC managed to raise $70 billion from selling additional shares to the general public in 2021. So, the business managed to get $70 billion from the public. Mergers and acquisitions. The stock exchange also functions to facilitate the growth of companies through mergers and acquisitions. For instance, Walt Disney Company acquired Lucasfilm via New York Stock Exchange in 2012 for $4.05 billion, facilitating sale of government bonds. Governments can raise capital to fund their development projects via stock exchange, which sells securities known as bonds. Government bonds can be bought and sold through the stock exchange by the general public, such as individuals, companies, and other governments. The finance raised is often used to fund infrastructure projects such as the construction of motorways, sewerage, and water treatment systems and public housing projects. Price mechanism for trading shares. Share prices are generally determined by the relative forces of demand and supply. Price fluctuations and the valuation of share prices are handled by the stock exchange. This function of stock exchange provides maximum and up-to-date information to both buyers and sellers in the stock market. Functions of commercial banks. A commercial bank is a retail bank that provides financial services to its customers, such as accepting saving accounts and approving bank loans. Examples of commercial banks are HSBC, Barclays, and Standard Chartered. All commercial banks are responsible for maintaining the deposits of their account holders. Functions of commercial banks. Primary functions are accepting deposits, providing loans, and credit creation services. The secondary functions include collecting and clearing checks on behalf of their depositors, offering additional financial services such as tax advice, foreign exchange dealings, and the buying and selling of shares, providing safety deposit boxes for customers to safeguard their highly valued possessions, providing money transfers facilities or paying utility bills, providing credit card facilities, providing internet banking facilities. This is all about money. If you need more help, then contact me. Bye bye.